we have something? Ah, this one. Ah, I like that one. I like that one. Okay, let's just play this one quickly. I was black. This was Capella Grand 2001 Open Tournament. Open in Capella Grand. I was black and I played the Benko gambit. Seems like I was slightly more active as a player. Well, in my opening choices back then, playing e4 and some gambits, man. I'm just a positional grinder. Okay, the Benko gambit. We're all familiar with Benko gambit, right? Don't play it much. I play the Benoni now. I'm thinking about adding maybe the Benko a little bit again. There was a time when people got really pessimistic about the Benko because of these fianchetto lines for white. Pawn to g3. Those lines can get difficult, but I've seen some ideas in those lines, and I think it might be interesting still. So okay, g6. This is all natural. Red. Well, I think the Benoni you can play for a win very often, but I mean it's hard to play. I've gone sort of all over the place in my openings versus d4. Never really settled on something that I truly like or love. I played the Semislav, King's Indian, Grunfeld, Leningrad Dutch, Benoni, Benko, Czech Benoni. Never played the Queen's Gambit Accepted, and never played Queen's Gambit Declined, really. Also played the Chigorin. So all over the place. Yeah, but the Grunfeld, it's so much theory. But okay, I think this g6 move, if I remember correctly, it's considered to be a slightly more accurate move order, because you can take immediately on a6. White has some lines where you can go for a quick b3, but g6 is supposed to prevent that. But I never really remembered 100% why this was important. Anyway, bishop takes a6, and he went e4, sort of the older main line of the Benko. King takes f1, d6, knight g2. Yeah, knight f3 is more common, so he surprised me a little bit there. But I mean, one of the things that attracts people to the Benoni, the Benko. The Benko. Wow, Benko, the Benoni. Wow. What attracts people to the Benko is you just have such an easy plan. Just get your pieces out, and it's almost always the same development scheme. Okay, a castle. He went h3 or rook e1. Let's see, queen c2. Okay. And in those days, I always liked rook a6. I think, yeah, because I want to put my queen on a8, and from there it's sort of bearing down on this king on this diagonal. And we can imagine a scenario later in the game where black plays either e6 or f5, and then these pawns can become targets. Especially if e6, pawn takes e6, f takes e6, then it's useful to have the queen on this diagonal, bearing down on the king. So rook a6, he went b3, trying to consolidate the queen side into a8, and probably he went bishop b2 here. Yeah. And if I'm playing just some some formula moves, some automatic Benko moves, then I think rook b8. I went knight e8, okay. Knight e8. Usually we play rook b8. I wanted to keep the rook on f8 because in some lines you play e6. And if he takes, the rook can become useful if the f-file opens. So there's no rush. The rook can go to b8 eventually. So I'm probably going to go knight here, and then play rook b8 and knight b5 and exchange this knight. And that should help me to attack these pawns here if I exchange some pieces there. Okay, rook h to d1. I'm guessing knight c7. I mean, what else is there really? c7. I went a4. Yeah, that seems a bit unnecessary. Looking at this game now, he should probably just wait a little bit. Make me at least demonstrate some pressure on the a-file. Because now with a4, he leaves this pawn a little bit exposed. So probably this move is a little bit too ambitious. Now I have an easy plan of just this rook here, the other rook here. Pressure on this pawn, and if needed I can add the queen here on b7 as well. Tripling on the b-file, if needed. So I'll go ahead with this easy plan, rook b8. Goes rook b1. Seems like he wants to cover this weakness on b3, but again, it seems like it would have been easier to cover a2. Anyway, on with the show. I double the rooks. Now I am attacking this pawn. So he must defend with either bishop to a1 or knight to c1. I think he went bishop a1. He went knight to c1, okay. Okay. What did I do now? I think I went rook b4 here. Oh, queen b7. Now I might be threatening pawn to c4. And then this gun here on the b-file is getting ready to attack this bishop. Same probably for bishop a1 now, then I can play c4. So I think he played knight 3 to e2. Okay, so now he opened up for his queen, which cannot capture c4 if I go there. Took on b2, rook takes, and I think rook b4, threatening c4. That's what I did. That's what I did indeed. Rook a2. Okay, just getting the rook out of the pin. So what to do now? What to do now? How do I improve my pieces here? Well, do you remember when we talked about the usefulness of the queen on this diagonal? I think it's time to undermine these pawns here. f5, said somebody. I think that's what I did. Pawn to f5. Okay, if he takes, which I think he did. Okay, I mean, if he tries to defend like this, maybe we take. Now we have this e5 square for our knight. We have some activity. We have ideas like e6, undermining. The rook can swing back to f8, trying to do something here. And we also have c4, and yeah, also options like the queen could after this diagonal. There are some opportunities here. So still probably the lesser evil, but it took on f5. Okay, now I took with the knight on d5, I think. which threatens a very, very mean discovery on e3. And here he surprised me. Surprised me a lot with the move king to h3, I think. And this is really hard to understand. If you go king g1, I don't see the... Well, maybe he was afraid of king being exposed there to like move like knight e5. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, and also because it gave me a opportunity for a great combination, I think. Yeah, but maybe he was afraid of something like this. King g1, knight e5. And we have a big check here. And anytime the king is on f1, he has to worry about the queen being opened up to this. So maybe he thought he was being clever here. King h3. It's hard for him to attack my queen here. My king here. I'm still up this pawn. I'm threatening to take on g6. If he takes back, I take with the queen. My queen is active. And maybe it's the black king who has to worry about things. So what? Okay, I played g5, that's correct. But here he might have thought again, king h3 and queen d2. Double attack y'all. Double attack. How do we deal with this double attack? Any ideas to deal with this double attack? g4 check. That does come into consideration, that's true. Ah! Surprisingly, king is not in immediate danger here. g4 then. Oh, oops, I gave it away. I gave it away. I was gonna look at the other line. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Knight 7, f6, threatening. Threatening what? To bring the queen over. Bring the queen over. I mean, it looks bad for black, for white. It looks horrible. But the king is surviving for now. But I had something much more forceful here. So those of you who didn't see it, you can take a wild guess. Take a wild guess if you want. If you want, you can marry. Look at me. I am old, but I'm happy. Knight takes f4 maybe, I don't know. Maybe white can exchange here. How do we take back? Maybe queen d5 now. And now king h3 might make sense, it might become active. And past a pawn. Don't think white needs to worry about the ending. Rook takes f4. Shouldn't make a difference. Still queen d5 check. Yeah, but okay, I already gave it away for those who saw it, and also somebody mentioned it. Rook to h4. Rook to h4. Okay. Took with a pawn. It's clear he can't go here. It's clear he can't go there. Because knight e3 check. Double check and check mate. See you later, alligator. So rook h4. G takes h4. And now knight f4 check. Yeah, that's right. He has to more or less sack the queen. If you play king g4, if he takes with the knight, that's game set match. Game set match. But he played king g4. King g3 is mate 1, by the way. That's mate 1. On g4 he can interpose a knight on g3. But now I introduced another piece into attack. Knight e5 check. Again, if the king goes back to g3, checkmate. So he took on g5. And what's the magic move now? The pretty magic move. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you find the magic? King g7 maybe. It might be possible. Might be possible. But what about queen takes f4 then? h6. Yes, if he takes on f4, we have f3 mate. But he took on h6. He was very gracious. He allowed me to play this out. He took on h6 with the king. And we have this really pretty checkmate here. For the knights. Cover all the squares and the king takes care of the rest. So pretty cool mate. Pretty cool mate. Yeah, that's one of my favorite games. And definitely the prettiest mate that I've been able to execute in a real game. You know, in game.